Black mothers give white mothers the benefit of the doubt a bit too much.
I agree.
You all assume because she's a mother like you with children of her own that she's going to love your children the way she loves her own, or at least respect your child as much as she will want somebody to respect her child. You can love the white children and show no racism because you are the queen mother.
Yes.
White women can't do that. They cannot show a black child that unconditional love that a black woman can show a white child.
First of all, in the lower school where my son was, there were no black educators at all. And I believe it's still that way to this day. And he's now in middle school, gone. And we've left that particular school, but it was like he could never really catch a break because every minute thing that he did, it was magnified.
Well, the thing is, and it's not your fault. Mm-hmm. In working in the schools, I try to get black parents to understand this. Just because that independent school or that suburban public school has high test scores, great programs, great learning environment, great teachers, a lot of funding coming into the school, because of racism, your child can be in the midst of all those privileges and opportunities and experience none of them.
None of it.
Absolutely.
I try to get parents to understand your child can be in a class with 20 other white students and still, even though he got the same teacher, same classroom, same textbooks, same assignment, and he can still be subject to a segregated education.
Absolutely.
The way the teacher talks to him, the way the teacher interacts with him, the way the teacher evaluates him, the way the teacher responds to him. Even though he's in there with them, it's like he's in a glass box.
Still.
He's still receiving a segregated education.
And it was
and
always
with black mothers, I must say. Let me say this point. With black mothers, one of the additional challenges that I face as a certified school psychologist, I'm speaking as now, as a certified school psychologist who evaluates for special education disabilities, black mothers, and the other big thing I do is behavior modification, functional behavioral assessment, and behavior planning. Black mothers give white mothers the benefit of the doubt a bit too much.
I agree.
You all assume because she's a mother like you with children of her own that she's going to love your children the way she loves her own, or at least respect your child as much as she will want somebody to respect her child. And you have to understand, the black woman as the mother of civilization, you can love the white children and show no racism. A black teacher can love up on white children, Asian children, Latino children, Jewish children, Chinese children, and show no type of bigotry because you are the queen mother.
Yes.
White women can't do that. They cannot show a black child that unconditional love that a black woman can show a white child. And y'all tend to give the white woman too much rope. Y'all tend to give them the benefit of the doubt. And that benefit of the doubt is often the room that they need to end up academically lynching our boys.
I agree. I know for me, the rope I gave them was believing that they had his best interests at hand. It was believing that what they were telling me was true. And do you know, when they asked us to have him tested, of course, my husband was well versed in Dr. Umar Johnson. He was like, absolutely not. And I was like, I'm looking at him, like we nearly got a divorce over this whole testing thing. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, no, but they're going to put him out because, of course, in the public school, he was a behavior problem. And I liked that he wasn't a behavior problem in the independent school, but I wasn't paying attention to the psychological until it was not too late, because we took him out at 4th grade and began to homeschool him. But at that point, I really believed that they had his best interest, because guess what? They were like, he's awesome. He's such a great kid. And I believed that they were honest. And I think that's another thing that Black women do. And they can kind of like psychologically mess with our head and make us believe that our sons are not going to be successful. And that's our biggest fear, that our sons may not be successful. So when they pose that to us, we are like, oh no, what should we do?
Mm-hmm.
See, there's 4 reasons. There's more than 4, but I'm going to give you 4 reasons that white children, by design, outperform Black children. By design. Number 1, most of the teachers look just like them.
Yeah.
And have their best interests at heart. By design. The curriculum is based on what is best for white people in this country. By design.
Absolutely.
The Black children, by virtue of race, are going to be trapped. They are going to be emotionally abused. They are going to be treated as inferior. They are going to have to fight through the psychological barbed wire that makes it so difficult for Black children to keep up with the white kids, because they don't just have to learn. And this is where we get messed up as a Black community. Before the Black child can learn, they have to be comfortable.
Yes.
In order to learn, you have to focus. In order to learn, you have to concentrate. In order to learn, you have to
feel
attend.
safe.
How can you do that when you have a teacher breathing down your neck, waiting for you to slip up at any second so they can suspend you or throw you out of the classroom because they don't like Black people? And here's something I need Black people to understand, especially Black mothers.
Absolutely.
Because as you said, giving white female teachers the benefit of the doubt is probably 50% of the problem with public education. You know why? Because the white teacher knows you're going to take her word over your own child's.
Absolutely.
She knows it. She knows it. Because slavery taught us that white people can do no wrong. And that's still with us. Okay?
Unfortunately, yes.
Here's the thing. If Black children were properly educated, they could challenge white children for political economic control of the United States. White women understand that the future of white supremacy is in their hands in the classroom. The white teacher knows this. We control who runs this society by who we properly educate and who we educate poorly. They know this.
Correct.
They have to make the Black kids fail to protect opportunity for the white ones. Period. So the question we got to ask as Black people, why are we expecting white folks who have never practiced equality, have never practiced justice, have never believed in fair play with Black people, why are we expecting them to educate our kids, ours, to take food out of the mouths of their own children? You know how many white educators I've heard say they don't evaluate mental giftedness? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. These white psychologists, white teachers, white principals, I don't believe in mental giftedness.
Wow.
And you know what I've had to say on more than one occasion? You believe in mental giftedness. You don't believe in mental giftedness for Black children.
Yes, absolutely.
This is why our children don't get referred for MG, because of the racism of white folks. Here's what I need Black parents to understand.
Help us.
Racism does not break up Black males into groups.
Okay.
Whether you are 5 years old in kindergarten, whether you are 15 in the 10th grade, whether you are 25 in grad school, or 75 in the old folks' home, all of you will be treated and punished like dangerous grown men. What the Black mother needs to understand is Black boys are not allowed to be children in the United States. Let me say it one more time.
No. And
Black
they can share.
boys are not allowed to be children in the United States. Why do you think you have so many preschool and kindergarten grade black boys being suspended and expelled from school. I just dealt with 3 parents last week. 3 of them. 3 of them in a week. Preschool, kindergarten, first and second grade expelled. One said he was going to shoot the teacher. He was only 5 years old. He ain't got no gun, can't get no gun. But because he told the snow bunny he was going to shoot her, guess what? She told the principal. She could have ignored it. She could have called the mom. She could have had a conversation. You know what she did? She used it to put a rope around his neck and lynching. He's expelled. Another kid said he was going to blow up the school. Where he going to get a bomb at 3 years old? Impossible. But guess what? It got him expelled. And then there was another one. Black boys are not allowed to be children. Why is this important? Because black mothers and fathers are not preparing their sons on how to navigate racism in school.
Right.
We don't tell them the truth. See, they see the white boy say he gonna blow up the school, nothing happens. They see the white boy say he gonna shoot the teacher, nothing happens. So our sons will imitate the white boy, and then everything happens.
Yeah, and all
You
the penalties
have to
fall.
tell your son to control his mouth. Emotional discipline is a serious weakness of black boys in public school. Our sons don't have emotional discipline. Watch what you say out your mouth. It can get you locked up. It can get you put out of school. Teach your sons to keep their mouths shut when they are angry.
Yes, I tell my boys all the time. I have 2. And I tell them all the time, if you do something and a white child does the same exact thing, your punishment, your penalties are so far greater. That person may not even have a punishment, but yours is going to be severe just because of the skin that you're in.